What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ACL Pro Sydney. Apparently, the entire venue's internet just went, and now we're back. So we have recovered. Thanks, Tony. That's right, a few of those from the crowd. And we are back in for game number 2 between Iaguz and KingKong. Let's cut into it. Enough of our faces. All right, here we go. Here on Catalina, make some noise once again for Root Gaming's Iaguz. Fabulous! This crowd's getting good. All right, over to the left here. From Exile 5, your teammate Revenant, make some noise for KingKong. Oh. All right. Now, we were talking about this map a little bit. You were saying that KingKong's to be aggressive again. I'm feeling like Iaguz going to Reaper expand and probably going to go straight up into a standard Reaper Hellion pressure. That's my call for this game. Good map for cliff abusing, that sort of thing. So
we'll see.
We'll have to wait and see.
Like right now, the good thing about KingKong is he's scouting in the right direction.
Yeah, first Overlord's going to be in the right spot. It's good.
So he will know where Iaguz spawned, but Iaguz may not spot the Overlord, and he might just scout the wrong way. And if the Reaper goes the wrong way, then you're going to be potentially losing the ability to kill like maybe 1 or 2 drones.
Yeah, that's right. Triple spawns in this map means that you got a pretty much half a chance of being right here when you go out for a scout. And there's that gas there with the barracks, so this will be Reaper opening.
Oh, but look where the first Overlord is going. It's going into the middle. He's checking for proxies.
Okay. Fair enough. So he's actually going to scout Iaguz last then, as he heads out, because of the rally point, and takes that hatchery first. So no pull first from him. He's not too worried about early aggression at all. And the rush distance is pretty long in this map, actually. It's not too bad, regardless of the spawns. It looks quite good.
But the good thing about Iaguz is right now that...
his Reaper's gone in the wrong spot. So Reaper number 1 coming out here, and just like KingKong, going to be looking in the wrong spot to start off with. But, you know, who knows? The rally might be changed. Can't hear us anymore, which is good. Happy about that. Feeling pretty comfortable about calling where stuff is now, so that's great. The pool going down now for KingKong and gas as well. So all pretty standard hatch gas pool, just like you said he would do. So you're just right all the time, man. I can't keep up with you.
Like if Iaguz realizes where KingKong is, it'll be so good because look at the cliff near KingKong's mate. It's so close. You can just literally hop up, hop down, hop up again. I mean, come on.
Blizz, please.
Blizz, please.
I think this was actually not a Blizz map, so you can't blame them. But we can't blame Blizzard at all because otherwise we wouldn't have this amazing tournament.
I know, right?
$7,500 from Blizzard ANZ, otherwise AKA PJ. But that office down in Sydney is pretty sick. So we're very, very happy with those people right now. Reaper coming up here on that super abusable cliff into the drone line, looking to get some kills here. And KingKong will know that there's a Reaper on the way, and he's not too worried at all. Just going to turn that guy into an extractor.
He's not going to get one.
No. KingKong's very, very good with his micro. Micro control, as he always calls it, is definitely his strong point. He's just going to transfer some drones down there and cancel and move back. So these Lings will probably get sniped down by this Reaper, but look at that. Even rotating out hurt Lings. No damage done by this Reaper at all. He is getting scouting done, but there's really nothing to see. So
look at KingKong's control. Normally when you go hedge gas pool, you will normally lose 1 drone because your pool comes up around 10 seconds later. That's why your Zeklings come up slightly later. But because KingKong microed it so well.
Drone kill. KingKong, he's slipping.
GG, I jinxed it. I jinxed it.
That's right. Oh, there's a surround here. The Lings. Oh, the Reaper, the Jukes. They get out there, so no kills. Those cliffs are really good for. I'm going to try like just making Reactor Reaper and see how much damage they can get done, man. This is pretty good. Okay, so we've got KingKong taking 1 drone loss there, but other than that, he didn't lose any Lings. He was looking really, really good for that defense there. Now he loses some Lings. 3 Reapers from Iaguz. A little bit uncharacteristic to go up to 3. 2 is fine, but 3 is very aggressive.
But look at the production tech. There's going to be a Zerking flood.
Yep.
And look at all the gas that's banked up by KingKong. When the Zerking flood comes, he's going to follow it up with a Roach Warren, and he's going to follow it up with more Lings, like what StarTale Live did against, who was it? Innovation on Overgrowth. And if Iaguz does not realize that the Roaches are coming, he may be in for some trouble.
Once again, Roaches definitely hurt him in that first game. He managed to recover. I mean, you know, you don't always recover from roach aggression in your ramp, especially after the Ling flood, as you mentioned, coming down here and making you lift out of that natural, because it's going to be pretty hard for him to stop this with just Reapers, although the Hellions are starting to pop out now. He'll have 4 at least very, very soon. So the Lings are just going to wait for a little bit here. They don't want to come in here with the Hellions and that many Reapers on the high ground, but they are starting to bowl up, and once there's a lot of Lings, they can give it another crack. He's saving up that lava, so...
But KingKong doesn't have enough supply to make all the roaches he wants. Like, he's probably gonna make like 8 and not have enough supply. I'm not sure he realizes it. And now he's gonna realize that he can only make 7.
Ooh, Ling's only getting a Reaper there. Iaguz being very bold with his army, moving those Hellions forward, and he's lots of Lings here with the surrounds. They're trying to catch these Hellions against the back. Oh, good catch with KingKong. And the Reapers will live because they can cliff up, but the Hellions not so much. Great catch from KingKong, and now he just keeps the roach production up. Iaguz is... Oh, the wall's down!
Run up? Oh
no, he needs to lift his wall! There it is. 2 Lings get up in the main. There's a couple down the natural with the SCVs. The Worker Revolt takes care of them. The real scary thing that Iaguz has to worry about here is the roach follow-up from KingKong. Huge numbers of roaches heading across the map. Looks like at least 12, moving through the middle of Catalina. Oh, what's he got to deal with this? He's already started Marauder production, which is great. He's halfway through stem. He's getting bunkers down as well, so he's feeling this follow-up. He's got a bunker on the high ground, bunker on the low ground as well, and not too far for the SCVs to walk down, so that's going to be okay for Iaguz.
Like right now, Iaguz can't even run his Hellions back into the base. What he's gonna do is he needs to cut off the Zergling reinforcements.
He's hitting before the bunker finishes. In fact, they got the SCV on that bunker, so it won't actually help him at all other than stymie the flow a little bit. SCV's now coming to the wall, but the really needs to keep this Marauder alive. This Marauder is so important against these roaches. They are just in range here of the high ground bunker. The Hellions out the front trying to do some damage with the Reapers. They get some of the Ling reinforcements. The Roach is still alive. The Marauders are trying to get some damage done from that bunker while the Mules try and hold back. The wall's down and the Roaches are in the main. This Marauder
can't let the Marauder die.
There, but the Marauder...
it barely survives.
But he still needs to come out the bunker and do the damage here. He may still have that Marauder, but it's one shot from death. It's looking like Iaguz is going to recover here, which is great for him. But he's taking a lot of damage once again from this roach follow-up.
39 workers dead. 40. It's going higher.
Oh my God! So 42.
42, 43.
7 SCVs.
Oh.
Fair enough. Look, these roaches are going to die, and this is looking horrible for Iaguz now. It almost looks unrecoverable. I've seen Terran come back from this many workers before, but this is looking very, very horrible.
Well, Mules are pretty good.
Mules are good, yes.
And he has 3 CCs.
He's broken in. The Lings are in now, and this is even worse. Marauders are horrible against Zerglings.
And he has no more Hellions.
He only has 8 SCVs to defend with no Hellions on the map. The Mules can't fight. They can only mine minerals and die. GG! KingKong takes a 2-0. What a convincing game 2 from him.
I caught it.
You called it. There we go. All right, so Roaches, wow, the MVP unit there for KingKong. Goodness gracious. He's pretty happy about that, as most people would be, taking out, Iaguz there. Iaguz, of course, not eliminated. Goes down to the losers bracket. Continues his slog on through there.
And now KingKong secures a guaranteed
second place. He is guaranteed $2,000.
Yeah.
They're guaranteed to be in the final.
That's some great esports money.
That's a lot of esports money. So once again, KingKong just playing so well. We're going to cross over to a winner's interview with KingKong pretty shortly as he talks to Ellison up there. So, guys, make some noise for KingKong before we switch it over. That was a 6 series, and you know it. We'll be back very shortly with that interview. There it is.
Come on, everyone. Give it up for KingKong, who takes it 2-0 over the Terran. So, yeah, a little bit of lack of hype because of, all those stream issues. But how are you feeling? Very aggressive Roach players the whole time.
Before, when I prepared the ACL Sydney, I just thinking about Iaguz still strong. So I need to Iaguz game style. So yeah, I just checked the main replay and then VOD. So Iaguz very weak is Roach and Ling. So yeah, I just try one game, and then I just use the next build. But yeah, I win.
So is part of that because he often goes for a 3cc build on most maps? Is that what made you, like, once you scouted the 3cc's, is that what made you want to go into more of these Roach plays that you've actually practiced?
Yeah, Unless I practice the build is a 50 game or 100 game on Korean server ladder. Yeah, so yeah, I win half and half because very important is juggling microcontroller that time. So I just pack small juggling. I just sold Helium. As Helium just follow juggling, and then I just circle line and then yeah attack.
Well, definitely a very well played game for KingKong. He gets himself at least $2,000. Let's give him a big round of applause. Come on, everybody. He is at least in the grand final. We're going to be going over to our caster's desk for a bit of analysis on those sick wins, a 2-0.
Now, what we're looking for here is we're actually going to try and see how did Iaguz come back in that game number one. The one that KingKong obviously won in the end, but KingKong looked like he had the game, and Iaguz started to recover. So it got a little bit interesting in the mid-game to like. You even said that you thought that KingKong was going to lose at one point in the game number one. What made you think that? Like, was it the army supply?
It's not just the army supply. Like, if you look at the units lost, like, KingKong keeps trading units for workers, and that's why he's ahead. But he's lost so much economy, or not economy, but by resources, that it almost seems as if Iaguz could have came back.
Well, it definitely looked like that. A lot of people are getting pretty excited in the crowd. There's a lot of Iaguz fans out there, and when he was, I couldn't even hear myself speak when when Iaguz was starting to come back. So that was pretty amazing. We're just scrubbing through the replay now, as you do need to do, and we're at that point where KingKong's got that massive creep spread. We'll just switch over to the game right now. KingKong's got an incredible creep spread. He's got that Roach Hydra composition with the Lings, and look at the supplies here. They're reasonably close with 20 supply, and this game's been going for a while. Like, this is 15 minutes into the game after a massively successful Roach push into the main of Iaguz. Still pushing in here, and he sits on top of this production for what feels like 10 minutes. These Hydras just keep living. Everything that comes out, he keeps sniping it down. There's the SCV kills keep coming up. How does Iaguz stay in this game?
Well, firstly, like, he keeps healing his units, so the roaches couldn't kill everything in time. Like, what you ultimately need is bailing so that the Marines die straight away and the SCVs die straight away. Like, look, the SCVs are being healed so much that the roaches may be even cost inefficient. Yeah.
I mean, the supply of KingKong is pretty huge here. He's 120 over the 60 of Iaguz, just as that moves up. Iaguz's army supply is about 20 behind the Zerg, but a lot of that is reinforcements, which KingKong has to go a fair way. Even on that creep, he does still have to travel a fair way here to go for this attack.
Yep, that's right.
And then we see an Overlord snipe here, but even with his cap, KingKong just he's up for one Hani supply. The Widow Mines, the third's getting taken down. I'm still like, how did Iaguz keep this game alive? Like, he got that mule down just in time to save the CC as well. It's just, it's confusing me, man, to be honest.
It's just but one thing you have to take note is that it's very misleading, the army supply of KingKong right now, because most of his supply are in roaches, and roaches take 2 supply, and that's like one of the more supply inefficient units that Zerg has.
Yeah, well, this is about that point where we're sort of like, okay, Iaguz has recovered somehow, and takes a reasonably good engagement in a second here with these mutants as the banelings come down. He still has reinforcements for that natural. Yeah, he's still got plenty on.
Look at that split.
Yeah,
that's such.
It's just
control.
He's just fine, and I mean we could probably leave it there. So I mean, you were right. The cost inefficiency of the roaches were probably what happened there. He made a lot of them, and he got to that point where it looked like he had it, but losing that army supply to the much more cost-efficient healed Marauder, along with the Marines as well, and the mine hits as well, were kind of helping in that defense. The siege tank was, everyone in the crowd was screaming for the siege tank. Did come out and did do a lot of damage on that ramp.
Do a lot of damage, but I felt if he made siege tanks earlier, he would have held it much better.
Yes, yeah, I tend to agree with that. But we're not in the game. Sometimes you got to make split-second decisions in StarCraft, and especially at this level. So yeah, that'll be it for the analysis. I'm guessing more games shortly.